You know, Shaq, when a clip of you goes on the internet, we get a nice little group chat together, and one was spreading of Matt Barnes telling that story.
What story?
Take a look.
Shaq was the funniest dude ever. He used to this dude named Lou Amundsen. I don't know if people know, but
Yeah, I remember Lou.
they had a back and forth thing. And one time, bro, Shaq put Lou's mouthpiece in his tights and put it up underneath his nuts.
What? Whoa. What? Oh, we got to throw hands. I'm sorry, big fella.
Wait, he didn't know and put it in his... Oh,
Come on, bro. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Everyone knew but Lou. So Shaq goes through a whole shoot around with Lou's mouthpiece under his nutsack.
nah.
Bro, put it back in his locker. And then before the game, like, coach would be talking, and Lou's always someone that's going to kind of get up, put his mouthpiece in and jump around, stretch, because he's an energy dude. Bro, he put that out, everyone died, laid out on the ground. But what can you? I feel what you say, PG. Throw hands. I feel it, but that's Shaq, bro.
No,
I feel you.
It might be a.
It's
polite,
gonna be ugly.
It might be a polite. Like, listen, Shaq, man.
You got to put his tires on the flat or something.
Not Lou Admonson, bro. Under for an entire. Okay, do you remember it?
Yes.
You do.
Hold on. What year is this? It's 24. I played with the Phoenix 8.
Are we past the statute of limitations?
Yes, we are. Okay, so we're good. We're good.
Glad we're cleared now. Man.
No, me and Lou had this thing where we used to go back and forth. So I used to mess with him, but he was a tough kid, so he'd come back. So one time I had this pretty van that I just brought, and everybody was looking at me crazy. So as soon as I opened the door, it was filled with peanuts.
He did that to you.
The whole van was filled with peanuts, and I had to clean out. Everybody was laughing. I was like, oh, y'all want to laugh at me? Okay, watch this. So one day I got to shoot around early, and I saw his mouthpiece, and I told everybody, don't nobody say nothing. So I was trying to put it in my thing, and it got lost down in that area, and I couldn't find it. I was like, I don't know where it's at. And then right before I take a shower, I was like, oh, here it is, and I just put it back. And I told everybody, oh, say nothing. And
so the moment happens.
He put it in his mouth before pregame, and the coaches were talking, and everybody just started cracking up. I just told everybody, don't say nothing. And he actually wore it the whole game.
No.
Yes.
I thought the story that you were going to be like, nah, bro, my bad.
Nah,
the whole game?
Yeah, and I told him after the game, I said, hey, man, the way you played was nuts all today. You played with a lot of
nuts. You
went
balls to the wall,
yes,
Lou.
Yes, he did. Yes, it was great.
So he found out after the game?
Yeah, he found out.
And then how did he react when he found out?
And then he quit. He said, man, you win, you win. I was like, I know I win.
Oh, so that ended the feud?
Of course it ended.
So they in that video were saying, what are you going to do with that Shaq, man?
I am the 50th cent of the NBA. You mess with me, and I'm coming for you.
They said you can't do anything because it's Shaq.
Yeah.
Because why? Because
I was known to touch people up in the locker room.
If they tried?
If they didn't obey the rules. You got to understand, when I come in, there's only one chief, period. I remember when I first got to Orlando, manager Scott was like, oh, man, you need to lift these bags. I was like, you got me up.
But even Phoenix?
Yes, I am, bro. Any team I play for, I was the man. Only team that wasn't the man for, I relinquished my position when I got to Miami because I was older and I was tired.
What about Cleveland and Boston?
Cleveland, no. Boston, no, because I was older and on my way out. But any other team, it was my way or the fifth way.
But in terms of people stepping to you, do you remember the first time somebody thought, oh, I can confront Shaq because he's not?
A lot of time. See, me and Scott Skiles had a brawl one time in L.A. because, listen, it wasn't no secret. I was a party animal, but I can party because I don't drink and still perform. So we in L.A. one day, and we got 3 days off, and we're practicing. I'm like, we went to a Magic Johnson party the night before, so I'm not doing nothing in practice. I'm like, yo, shoot. And then Scott's got to get up. You making all this money, you acting like a diva. I was like, Scott, you better get out my face. So he charged me, so I just stepped back, took his little head, pushed it down, and hit him with that uppercut. Ba-dow! And then Larry Kostroviak tried to jump on my back. D. Scott jumped on his back. That was just one of the brawls. I can't talk about the Laker brawls because the statute of limitations isn't up yet.
That will be season 2 of the Big Pod.
Yes, it
when
will.
the statute of limitation ends and we get to hear some of those.
You remember when Udonis Haslam was here?
Yeah.
The rookie Darrell was talking, and me and him was fighting naked in the shower, and UD was like, man, I ain't about to break out 2 naked dudes fighting in the shower. But he just kept talking. I was like, bro, you say something else to me, young fella. But that's my boy, D. Wright.
Was there ever anybody on any team that it never stepped to you, but you were like, you had so much, like, Were you ever on like Meta World Peace or anybody like that you thought, oh man, this would actually be a crazy fight if it went down?
I wasn't looking for a fight.
I know you weren't.
No, so like a
But
lot
when you put somebody's mouthpiece in your balls,
yeah, but that was a joke, man. I'm just playing. Hardy,
that's a joke for one person.
And it wasn't in my balls, it was under my balls.
True.
Yes, you can't put nothing in your balls. Under. All right. I don't want you to think.
Was there ever a prank that you regretted?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
We'll have D. Scott come on the podcast and tell you.
Magic.
One time I went to the bathroom and something happened with some tissue in the shoe and guy played in it the whole game.
I'm realizing now that if I ever get pranked by Shaq, I'm not going to find out for hours. He's been, by the way, you've been sitting in my shit for the last 2 hours on the chair. I'm like, what?
I am a prankster, baby.
The pillow was filled with my dog's urine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was one guy.
Yes.
I didn't do it.
Thank you, Cousin Kenny.
It was one guy who kept bothering us in L.A. I think it was a video game guy. He had this Ferrari, so he would come by and show off. So he leaves, and then he come back, and he said, hey, man, somebody put in my Ferrari. So one of my guys said, hey, man, maybe a dog climbed in there. Ain't no dog gonna climb in a $400,000 Ferrari and take. Somebody put a big piece right in the middle of his.
Somebody.
I don't know who did it.